Okay, yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan, and today we've got a couple of boys with us. We're going to be reviewing the XM Studios Spider-Gwen. It's just come out now, March 2018. Alex has got it in the hand, and we're going to go through it, we're going to measure it, we're going to weigh it, all that jazz, tell you what we think. So stay tuned, yeah?
Alright, we're back. So as Gio was saying, we are going to look over the XM Studios Spider-Gwen. This is a piece I've just got in. Ordered it when I went to Singapore Toy Game Comic Con. It was one of those ones where I had absolutely no intention of ordering. I saw it at the show and I loved it as soon as I saw it. There were a lot of complaints online about her being a little bit dumpy, and a lot of people just like, not saying she had a bit of a big head and stuff like that from the pictures. Yeah, like my ex-girlfriend, a big bubble.
Bubble head.
Yeah,
bubble head.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, I mean, from the moment I saw it, I did really like it, so I ordered it straight away. When I went away and saw the pictures, I was regretting it a little bit. Yeah. So there was a bit of like doubt leading up.
It doesn't photograph very well though. I think this is one of them perspective kind of pieces. I think that it, in certain angles, it can look dumpy, but I don't think it is.
Well, there's part of me that was hoping it was a bit shit. Hoping Riali liked it and hoping he'd buy it off me.
Well, Riali wanted to buy it off you and you just told him you can't have it.
Well, no, but I was hoping I could actually get some money out of it.
Yeah.
And not like it. But anyway.
Yeah. Doesn't always work that way, does it?
So, apparently, I don't know how true this is. Maybe James will know more. She's from Earth 65. You're saying, yeah. Okay.
Yay! Michael Riali!
And what happened was, this is from a storyline where she gets bitten by the spider instead of Peter Parker and she turns into the kind of Spider-Woman. Is Peter Parker become the Lizard? Yeah.
Yay!
I don't think. No, I don't think he does. I think he's talking crap.
He does.
No.
I know that he wants to be special.
Does. Yeah. Okay.
He wants to be special like her. She knows his secret. He wants to be special like her, and he does something, turns into something. So maybe it's the Lizard, and I know that he dies.
He does die because
spoiler. Sorry, fuck.
Anyway, so she's from around 2015, and yeah, that's all we really know. That's about our.
Yeah, that's about as good as it goes.
And I think what they were doing as well was if Andrew Garfield didn't really mess up the role of Spider-Man, they were going to continue, and Emma Stone was going to become Spider-Gwen, which I think they still
she was going to die and come back as Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, which I think they should do. I think she'd be really good as Spider-Gwen.
I'll watch anything that she's in. I love Emma Stone.
Yeah, anywho. So...
I digress.
Yeah.
I mean, going into this piece, when we did see this in Singapore, the prototype, we were really happy. We were really impressed with this. We thought it was a very, very strong XM piece, certainly female-wise in terms of portraits and sculpt and just the balance of it. And I have to say, getting into it, I think the actual production piece is a lot better. So we'll start off at the base and we'll work our way up, show you all the portraits and do all that jazz.
So with the base, you do have quite a few pieces that you get in. So you have the kind of cone here of the Oscorp Tower. You got the kind of weathering and the rust that comes around all the bolts.
Yeah, really done well.
And then all these little pieces come off. So this kind of aerial comes off here.
It's really strong magnet.
Really powerful magnets, which they should have probably had on the Weapon X screen. It was loose. Then this comes off, and somebody on the live chat while we were doing the review actually the unboxing said that the cable goes then into like a junction box on here,
which it does.
This comes off, which is like the antenna. Again, this has a magnet on this side and that side, and when you originally go to put it in, it kind of looks like it's not going to go in there properly, and all of a sudden the magnet just takes it away from you and lines it up. It was actually well done.
And then there's this one as well, isn't there? And then the bag.
There's that one in the bag
with the drumsticks and the
with
book.
some nice little details in there. So you've got the drum kit nice. There, the Spider-Man badge on the front there, and then you've got the kind of pleating in here, a couple of books, drumsticks.
Yeah, so there's the textures of the bag. So you've got the inside of it, like the material texture running on the outside, like almost. I want to say, what's the posh bags everyone has?
Mulberry?
Louis Vuitton sort of, fuck Mulberry, that's shit. The Louis Vuitton sort of style, it's like, lined and crisscrossed on the inside, and then the outside's got this smooth sort of sculpt, and you can even see parts of the zip, which I think is really well done on the outside. And little nod there because she likes music and she plays the drums, so that's pretty cool.
And then also, sorry, the pylon.
Yes.
The pylon in the middle attached to the cone, everything attaches to. And then
Mary Jane's a singer, isn't it? Yeah.
And then on this as well, she's attached by a peg, which kind of goes out of her coccyx, and it would go through there. And it's not actually a big peg at all.
No.
And there's a little peg. There's a little peg there, and then her feet are resting on, a bit like the Comiket does.
So we think that the feet might be magnetised, but when we take it off, if we take it off again, we may check it. It's just because there was the wire underneath on the unboxing, and we don't know whether the magnet grabbed it, whether it was just an angle thing. Getting on to the actual figure itself is when we start talking about the actual proportions of the character. And I think that the way that it's done with the suit and the way it's designed is from certain angles it can look slightly...
dumpy.
You can say dumpy, just short-limbed, maybe short and thick-limbed. I mean, she isn't exactly the most eloquent and longest of characters anyway, so, certainly not Spider-Gwen, so, I think that they've captured it perfectly. I think it's more of an angle thing. And it's very difficult as well on the unboxing to actually focus because there's quite a bit of white and the backgrounds of the walls are slightly off-white, so it struggles to pick up the fine details. It also
reflects the lights very well.
Exactly.
I do think as well that the way that people were saying her head looked quite big, it's more the other portraits, but also the body looks quite slim. I think that's more to do with the way the suit kind of cuts in, and then it kind of goes in at the top as well. I think that's more of it, and then it's the black. I don't think it's like that in person.
Funny thing as well is prototype wise, when we saw it, the screen was black, and you can actually see behind her that she's listening to something on YouTube. Maybe she's got
we just like playlist.
Is it a playlist? It could be YouTube.
Probably iTunes.
Might be iTunes, but she's definitely got something on the phone, a song of some description playing.
iTunes.
What I actually really love more than anything else on this piece, and it's something that the prototype did not have, is that the hoods on both of the two portraits and her hand, she is actually grabbing the material. She is actually touching and clasping it in between her fingers. The prototype was slightly off and slightly more forward. It wasn't quite right. And me and Alex were saying, I don't think they'll be able to get that. That'll always be just slightly off.
Maybe I set it up.
No, you didn't. It's not your fault.
I hope I didn't.
I would blame you usually. But they actually have done it now with the production piece where she is 100% grabbing onto that piece of material, I heard. And I think that's a fantastic job.
This actually is my least favourite of the portraits.
Definitely.
James was pointing out that the actual eyes are wrong. The eyes should be white, then going into the purple and then kind of bleeding out.
I don't think that would translate as well, though.
I think it does.
I think it would be more difficult to stand out. I think that would be harder. Do you know what I mean? You don't want them eyes to sort of jump out a little bit, from afar. You don't want them to be too subtle when you're looking at it.
But also, sorry, before we switch the heads out, you've also got the texturing here. So you go from the black
on her shooters,
and you got the stitching underneath there. It goes around, and then you got the nice kind of texture under her arms, where it's got like this purpley and kind of turquoise webbing, which I really like.
So
which
clean.
Also,
so clean.
That's on the inside of the hood as well, and that's done really, really well. So what we do is you got to say some credit to the actual seams as well, because I think that the right arm up is fantastically well done. It jumps in there lovely. You can't see anything, which I think is really, really well done. Yeah, this arm comes off, and the seam is very, very well hidden. So what we do is when you take
when you do it, so you don't.
No, I like it that way. When you take the portrait off, if you just kind of move the arm away and then take off the head.
Don't put your weight on your hands on it though either. So yeah, got it. Leave that hand.
And then make sure you didn't pull this out.
Yeah. So then.
And then because we got this hand on, we'll do the same pose there. There you go.
Yeah.
So this one, I think that they've done a really.
It's your favourite one, isn't it? This one?
I think so. I do. I think this is my favourite one. I think I do think they've done a really good job with the portrait. The eyes look great, but I think they've done a very, very good job on this. I really, really like it. Really like this.
Portrait's beautiful. It's really nice, and I love the fact you get 3 portraits. You get the masked version. You get one with her eyes open and one with her eyes shut, and one with a hood, one without. You know, I think especially with the unmasked wise, I think that's really clever.
Yeah,
I think that's really nice. I like that head a lot. I think that's great. For me though, I really love the headphones one.
Yeah,
I really like that headphone one a lot.
I think they all have something. I mean, but and there's also, as you say, they're all so different. That kind of really adds to the piece to have such. Just by changing the head, it really does change the piece. You right there?
Yeah, just scratching my nuts.
Oh, nice. Okay. You threw me off there. So yeah, they're really nice.
Now, when you're putting on the final portrait, you want to be careful because this wire at the end of it has a nice little sharp spike that sits into the phone, actually attaches. So you want to be careful when you're applying this to not scratch the body or any of the paint.
Oh, so you give it to me?
Yes, you want to turn that, I think, and just see it for yourself. And then you can put it on. There you go, there's one.
Again, a really strong magnet.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just put that in. It's like trying to thread a needle. It doesn't really like go in there. Oh, there you go. Actually, it does go in there quite far.
It goes all the way, yeah.
Actually, I'll take that right back. And then the arm will just go there, but just again, it kind of hovers over. She's not holding the headphone.
Yeah, but I've got to be honest. I mean, you think that it should be a little bit closer. I don't think it should be any closer at all. That is as close as I want it. Otherwise, it's impeding the face.
Yeah.
And I think that this is my favourite one. Just her chilling up there, sort of like, you know, sitting back. You know, drum showing in the bag, headphones, like hands in there, phone playing a tune. And she's just really vibing, and I really love that. I think it's got a lot of attitude. This piece, it's got a lot of sort of character, and I really like that.
Yeah, it's also got like good the material there between the cleavage as well. It's done quite well. You see, it's got the creases.
Yeah.
So I just noticed that.
The curvy part.
and under the well, it's actually that side. So yeah, under the back side of the elbow as well is done really well. No, I like it. I'm happy with this. I'm super happy with this.
Yeah, some nice creases in there. You're right. Yeah, really good. I like this. This is the one I like with the headphones and the tune. You know, I really like this one. This is definitely how I would do it. I like this one too with the hood. Just the engineering alone that she's grabbing hold of it, I think is fantastic. I think that's really nice. And I like her eyes open, but this has got a lot of like feeling for me. So I think, you know, if you've got this piece, you know, coming in, I think you'd be very happy. I think it's quite.
I think it's flown under the radar a little bit. I think a lot of
people
weren't.
With XM, that's what happens.
A lot of people weren't really that interested in it when it was shown. I don't know if it sold very well. I don't even know what the edition size is. What's the edition size? Do you remember?
No.
I can't bother to lift it up and check.
I think it won't tell you on the outside box. It'll only tell you the number that he has.
I was actually really surprised that Weapon X was 800, not 999.
Yeah, that's good. That's Magneto territory.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
What do you think, Japes?
That's good.
Talk up, James. Talk up. Come on.
It's good. It's very well engineered.
The reason I asked James is, he's got the Salt and Pepper Studios version, so that's why I'm asking him.
This is the best head by a country mile for me. It's the most Gwen, definitely. Sorry, mouthful. No, it's the most character accurate by a mile. This one with the headphones, particularly how she's posed. Sculpt is much better as production than it was in prototype. It's still not quite Gwen for me, but it's much better than it looked originally. But yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, Lee, what do you reckon?
I love it. I love the prototype pictures. James is right. That portrait that's the money shot. All round, I think sculpted, awesome. The engineering, awesome.
It's hard though. I think the XM suffer more than anybody else in regards to the fact that I think their pieces come in and they don't really have the roller coaster ride that you get with Sideshow. You get like Sideshow will knock you like a home run out of something, and then something will be like dog shit, 5 out of 10, garbage, and it's that's exciting. I think with XM you usually get, you know, a good 7 as an average, and you probably goes up to about 8.5, 9. Do you understand what I mean? And because they fluctuate, they're around that close edge. I find that the pieces, do you know what I mean? They don't probably get as much credit. They're very consistent, and you suffer because you don't. You know, you're not up and you're not like an underdog. You know, people love an underdog, don't they?
I think the argument that argument probably stands more though for Winter Soldier. I think this stands out more than Winter Soldier does, and I think Winter Soldier is a good piece. I think it's really well done, but I think that is what you just said, where because Winter Soldier.
I'm not talking about this piece. I'm talking about XM as a company in general. I think they suffer more because they get. Their stuff, it doesn't really have. They don't have that dive where they don't have a Man of Steel PF. They don't have that. It doesn't exist. So you get like an average. I mean, even the worst stuff that you could probably call it, it's not that terrible. It's not the worst shit you've ever seen. And I think that's difficult. I think people do like a roller coaster rather than a merry-go-round. You know what I mean?
Well, the
I'm down.
A teacup ride.
I really think that I think they smashed this. This is really.
We didn't talk about the print.
Oh yeah, you better get it out. It's actually one of the better prints too.
Yeah, it's actually one of the nicer.
Because you can actually see
prints.
this print. It's not in the dark.
It's quite vibrant. It's got a lot of colours going on, and it's a bit feminine. But
why is feminine?
There's a lot of pink, isn't it?
Real men wear pink, bitch.
What's up with her cheeks, man?
They're rosy, man.
Rosy.
They're rosy, man.
How cold is it out there?
It's pretty cold up there.
Jesus, James.
It's fucking New York, isn't it?
Put those nuts back in your mouth.
It's like an anime, man.
Look, it's like proper cartoony, look. You don't like the print?
I hate that, sorry man.
No, yeah, I like the print because I can see it. I don't like it when everything's dark and you just get a little bit of an outline or something. I really like that.
Really? Give him a slap.
Yeah, with them lobster hands. Go on, take your shots. I think I really am impressed with this as far as XM go. Really like it.
Yeah. All right. What we do then is we will
you want to measure
We'll grab the tape measure and we will grab the scales. All right.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
All right. So top of the head. We are talking 21.5 inches. So exactly 55 centimeters tall. Width wise, I think we're looking at it's the base. And that antenna. That's all it is. Because the base actually comes out a little bit further than the thing does. So looking at this, you're looking at about 11.5 inches max.
Yeah.
So around 29 centimeters. Depth wise, again, it's just the base and probably the knee. Well, I don't agree because the base, if you look from here, I think the base. Does the base come out more? Do we know what? All right, let's go from there then. We'll do it that way to there. To the point in the knee. I think you're looking again around about 11.5 inches. So it's actually really, this is DTOF worthy display, no problems.
I mean,
this would definitely be a very good character that you could add to, if you had Spider-Man Comic Kit or you had the PF or any of those type of pieces, I think you could add this next to that with relative ease.
Well, I mean, my plan is to put this with the 2099 or the original Comic Kit. That's my plan.
I think that's a great plan.
So,
definitely colour contrast wise, it's great.
Yeah, 2099, I'm definitely going to try that first. That I think would be the better match. And if that doesn't really work out, then I'll go with the Comic Kit.
I actually really like the variations in colour compared, because there's a lot of like reds and blues and things. I kind of like that it's white and black and pink. You know what I mean? With the metallic sort of coloured base. I think that's going to help put it with other things.
Let me get this onto here.
What do you reckon? It's got to be about 7, innit? It's got to be a 7 kilo job.
7 kilos?
That looks like XM sort of 7 kilo territory for me. Right there, sweetheart?
No.
7.
No.
7.
Can I go for 6? 5.5, 6.
Okay.
Even less.
What is it?
4.5.
Kilos?
Yeah, 4.5, which is 9.9 pounds.
That's reasonable weight for XM.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't.
But then again, I mean,
handled it.
There's not much to it.
22 by 11.
Yeah. So I mean, and then also you got to remember, there's nothing here. I just sort of fit like a very slim female.
But that's good because on a DTOF and things like that, you're going to be fine. That's what you want. If it was 20 kilos, you'd have a bloody problem.
Yeah, definitely. But no, again, I mean, overall, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to see what she looks like with 2099. I'm going to put her on display.
Yeah, maybe we'll take a photo on that. We'll do it.
There's part of me that kind of wishes I didn't like her, because at the moment I would have been some cash in my pocket. I had a sale.
Riali was ready to buy it. Why have you?
Riali was like trying to put some money in my PayPal account already, but yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. So
I think that's a right call.
Sorry, Riali.
Sorry, Riali. I had to fuck you over there. I had to fuck you right over there.
Yeah, till next.
I was like, nah, don't say it.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing, you maniac? There you are, though. Look. Mint. No, nothing. You know what I mean?
I don't want any more.
Yeah. Riali, slight damage.
There you go. Oh yeah, see what you mean. Just
It takes
in,
you
doesn't
right.
it?
So yeah, let us know what you think, guys. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Bye-bye.
You.
Toast. Toast. Box.
Right.
Toast.
1, 2, 3. Toast. Toast.
Toast. Toast.
Toast.
Toast.
Toast. Compose yourself.
Yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan, and today we are going to be reviewing XM Studios Spider-Gwen. This piece came out in 2018, which is now, hopefully when you see this, it will still be 2018, March. Why are you laughing? What are you laughing for?
Because you were like,
What are you laughing for? What? I'll play. Let's play. Oh, that's 2-1. That's 2-1. There's my turn now. Let's do 2-1. Let's do 2-1. Come on,
you got to be hard. Look. It's like
There's a welt. There's a welt. Will you get your scores in early, man? 2-1. I owe you. I'll get you later. Right, don't interrupt me now. Why are you laughing when I'm trying to do?
Before you start, James.
Where's he in fucking Hong Kong?
Mate, you're right.
What? That's a good one, mate. I don't.
I got you good there.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh,
that's
okay.
just you.
Perfect, just in time.
There's a tricep. That's what. That's what that looks like. There's a tricep. Where is it? I owe you, yeah.
Come here for a fucking fight. No, come here for a fucking shootout.
What's up? Well,
Oh, fuck's sake, stop this shit.
Stop the shit. Put it back on charge for a minute.
Try not to bang the table. Because it rolled.
Oh! 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Now we're even.
No, because I missed the first one.
No, you got me, but twice, both times. It's fine.
Yeah, but you like...
That was a good no, wasn't it? You know what I mean? You should have just left it at 1. You shot back and it was fine.
That was good.
That was a good. It's quick. It's still stinging, isn't it? Just a little bit.
Anyway.
I know because the end of my finger is still stinging. Right, when you're ready. Yo, okay, so welcome. Like Alex was saying, we're going to be reviewing...
You just spat
Did
every... I think it went on your hand, but it went...
No, I got a bit there. There's a bit there.
Alright.
A bit on the old oh, that's...
I owed you one.
No, that's
I owed you one.
That's 3-2. So that I get...
No, that's 3-all.
How?
You got me, and I'll get you back later.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
No,
you did.
I evened it up.
I will count these over.
Count them. And I'll wait until you've counted them because I
No,
will be clear.
you got me. Now we're even. I'm going to
I
show
can't,
them.
I can't do it with this glove on
I'm
because
going to
it
show
won't
them.
hurt.
I'm going to show them all at the end,
Yeah.
and there is 3 each now.
Nah.
You
It's
got
3
me.
to you and 2 to
You
me.
got me,
All right.
and
okay.
I said to you,
It's
I'm going to
all
get
right.
you later.
All right. I'm all right. Don't worry.
Yeah?
Okay, let's go. You ready?